Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die. They stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Newsroom. I'm Chella Smith. This is your Middle East U.S. entertainment news here on YouTube. I air on Fridays. I bring you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review and it's based off my interest. Thank you everyone for joining me. Last week, Drew filled in for us. She filled in on ICC, customs, delegations of the Peshmerga forces, growth rates, the IMF credit readiness, the GDP of Iraq, and foreign currencies. Let's give her another thumbs up or a round of applause. Thank you everyone for joining us again. Let's take a look at this week's headlines. Iraq's economic advisor, Mauser Mohammed Chella, has revealed that the country's gold reserves have increased to 150 tons, a significant increase in its value. Gold is considered a safe instrument haven by central banks and investors, including the Central Bank of Iraq, which currently holds less than 150 tons of cash gold within an international reserve. Chella explains the gold is a rare asset with a long and stable asset cycle, encouraging investors to invest in gold within the standards limits required by investment portfolios. Gold-backed bonds are also available for borrowing from the financial markets, as gold guarantees are attractive in global financial markets. Chella noted that 17% of the world's gold is currently stored in central bank vaults, and 77% of the gold wealth has been extracted. He also noted that 50% of the gold wealth has been manufactured for various purposes, such as woven goods, industrial and craft materials, and jewelry. The value of gold in the world is estimated to about $15 trillion, representing a percentage of annual global gross products of about 14%. And there's a lot of great things going on in Iraq right now. The Kurdistan factories are set to benefit from an agreement between Erbil and Baghdad, which includes tax exemption and subsidized fuel. The Kurdistan regional government and Ministry of Finance has reached an agreement, and regarding the tax exemption is in effect in the region. The agreement includes the federal government recognition of tax exemption, addressing the issues of the Kurdistan factories paying taxes under the pretext of selling their products in southern and central Iraq, and ensuring they only pay taxes on their income in the Kurdistan. The agreement also addresses the issue of supplying fuel to the region's factories and subsidized prices, and agrees to unify tax collection procedures within a joint mechanism. The agreement also includes measures to prevent tax evasion. Iraq is urging the United States to reconsider its sanction on banks. The Deputy Prime Minister and Secretary of State, Fahud Hassan, has called for a review of sanctions against Iraqi banks during a meeting with the U.S. Undersecretary for Tourism and Money Laundering Affairs. Hassan emphasizes the Iraqi government's commitment to reforms and economic measures related to the banking system and energy sector, and calls for a reconsideration of sanctions. Moving right along, Rafidain Bank has announced the direct sales of dollars to passengers and had set a specific date for the transactions. Al Rafidain Bank had announced the sales of dollars to passengers. They started Monday the 15th, 2024. The bank has designated 2 branches in Baghdad, Al Kark and Al Rosafa, to sell the currency to passengers. The designated branches included Al Sinek, Al Mansour, Al Rafii, Al Qadra, Knowledge, Pratha, and the General Secretariat of the Council of Ministers. And speaking about the Baghdad airport, the increase in the dollar exchange rate in Iraq is being closely linked to the expansion of the Baghdad airport. Economic expert Abdul Romain al-Sheikhli has explained the rise in the dollar exchange rate in Iraq and its connection to the Baghdad International Airport. He stated that the increase in the dollar rate is influenced by the central bank's behavior and its response to it. The Central Bank of Iraq has decided to transfer traveler operations to obtain dollars through Baghdad Airport exclusively, which is not prepared for a large number of companies selling dollars. The central bank announces the suspension of Chinese currency transfers and continuous demands to deal with Iran in dollars and has contributed to the dollar's momentum. Al-Sheikhli also noted the lack of an authority spokesperson for the central bank to announce the governor's visit to Washington, leading to confusion about the official statement. The new mechanism set on July 14th aims to deliver the dollar to real travelers and facilitate faster access to the dollar. And finally, what we've all been waiting for, the trade minister has expressed global support for Iraq's WTO ascension. Iraq's trade minister, Athir Duad al-Yuri, has confirmed the negotiations for the country's ascension to the World Trade Organization are processing rapidly. He emphasizes that the private sector is a crucial part of Iraq's economy, and all nations are eager to see Iraq's reemerge as a key player in the multilateral trading system. Saudi's ambassador to the World Trade, Sagar Abdul Al-Makbul, expresses a positive outlook for Iraq's participation in the WTO, stating that Saudi Arabia prioritizes fulfilling Iraq's aspirations to join the organization. The official responsible for Iraq's WTO extension expressed satisfaction with Iraqi delegation and looks forward to seeing Iraq as a member of the World Trade Organization. And the Kurdistan Finance has deposited approximately 700 billion dinars into accounts to cover the salaries of regional security forces. The Kurdistan Regional Ministry of Finance and Economy has announced a deposit of approximately 700 billion dinars by the federal government for the salaries of security forces in the region for May and June. The amount of 676 billion, 36 million dinars was deposited in the ministry's bank account. The Kurdistan regional government announces the federal government's decision to pay the salaries of the region's security and military forces. The Kurdish officials in the region's government claims that there are no political or legal issues, but it's due to the technical issues and audits of the Peshmerga forces and internal security forces. Now, this will be nice when it's a normal transactions and they don't have to report on this. And France is prepared to contribute to the development path. France is ready to contribute to completion of the development path project in Iraq, highlighting its commitment to the country's development. Ambassador Patrick Durrell has emphasized the strategic partnership between France and Iraq, signed between President Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani. The partnership included cooperation in security and defense, and France is working to end the Gaza war and avoid risk of expansion. Durrell highlighted Iraq's importance as a meeting place for roads and the development route as an ambitious and necessary project. He emphasizes the importance of cooperation with neighboring countries and other countries to address common challenges such as water, climate change, biodiversity protection, vulnerable groups, and marshes. The Baghdad Summit, a unique regional initiative to support Iraq, will be held in Baghdad next November, following two successful editions of August of 2021 and December of 2022. Durrell also emphasizes the unity of Iraq and the vitality of relations between the region and the federal government. And Iraq is preparing for its inaugural investment forum. Dr. Haider Makia, chairman of the National Investment Commission, chaired a meeting to discuss preparations for the first of its kind, Iraq's investment forum. The meeting included Iraqi Economic Council president and senior officials. Makia emphasizes the importance of coordination with the government's entities, private sector, and key economic sector for active participation. The forum aims to attract foreign direct investments and stimulate economic companies in Iraq's security and stability. And lastly, let's look at the Iraqi Stock Exchange. They announced financial results for the 6M24, including the BMNS, the BIBD, the BRTB, and the IICM. Al Mansour Bank, the BMNS, reports a 17% increase in its net profit to the IQD 27.1 BN in Q224, mainly due to the increase in net FX income, interest, and commission income. Assets also increased by 22% to the IQD 1.7 TRLN, mainly due to the customer's deposits and margins account growth. Net deposit credit facilities grew by 2% to IQD 196.2 BN, while net financial investment remained stable at IQD 147.7 BN. The BIDB's profit before taxes grew by 28% to IQD 34.5 BN, mainly due to the increased banking operations revenues. And you've been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East, U.S. entertainment news on reforms and economics of Iraq. I bring you the latest Dinar news without having to keep up with all the different outlets. I'm here on YouTube every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. If you really like my content, you can always seed a super chat or a super thanks in the comment section below. Well, it's great to officially be back. The Saudis making an announcement. They said that they would love for Iraq to join the WTO. What an announcement. Will they finally make this ascension into the World Trade Organization? And speaking about France path project development, Baghdad Summit is in November. Wouldn't it be a great time for an announcement and a celebration? Now, do you think Iraq will be partners publicly with an official announcement by November or not? We want to hear your comments below. Thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for visiting Newsroom Chella Smith for your trusted Dinar news. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith Entertainment News.